Hey guys, today is a special day, especially for us Apple fans out there, because today was Apple's special event, the keynote of 2019, and they released 3 new phones. They released the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. But then they also released new iPad, new Apple Watch. They talked more about their services. It was actually a really good keynote. I watched it during class today. Probably shouldn't have done that because I was doing it during science and math. Worst times to watch that, but hey, I did it anyway. So we're going to be talking about what's so different about this generation of phones and the last generation. Not generation, the last series. Like the iPhone XR versus the iPhone 11. Is there really a big difference? Well, that's why I'm making this video, because I don't truly know the differences. I'm just reading off of Apple.com. So, what we have here is the true difference between the iPhone XR, the iPhone 11, and the iPhone XS, and the iPhone 11 Pro. Alright, here we go. So, first of all, the iPhone XR has a 6.1 and so the iPhone XR has a 6.1 HD Liquid Retina screen. The iPhone XR and the iPhone 11 both have the same exact screen. They both have the 6.1 They both have a 6.1 Liquid Retina HD display, which are amazing screens. Like if you have the sun right above you and then you're looking at your phone, you're going to be able to see it because it's so bright and that screen is such good quality. So whenever you watch movies on it, you're not losing out on any key details. And also, the XR has one camera, and that one camera is a single 12 megapixel wide camera. But with the iPhone 11, it's a dual 12 megapixel ultra wide and wide camera with night mode. So basically it's 2 cameras. One works as the main camera, one camera works as depth and field. Double camera helps night mode so much because now instead of whenever you take pictures in the dark, whenever it's grainy, no, not anymore. With this, it's not going to be grainy. It's going to be HD at nighttime mode. It's amazing. No phone has even gotten close to this. Well, they get close, but they have not this far. So basically, the iPhone XR has a camera that is capable of 12 megapixels, but it really records in 7 megapixels. And the true depth camera with 1080 is with the XR. With the iPhone 11, you are shooting a 4K video, and they both record with 60 frames per second. And also, they both have Face ID, but the Face ID on the iPhone 11 now, you can look at it at an angle and it will still read your face, unlike the XR and the XS, you have to directly have it approaching your face. And there is a different chip in there. So it's the A Bionic 13 that's in the iPhone 11. And in the iPhone XR is the A12. And I don't know the differences. I'm just guessing that the A13 is faster. I have no idea. And also the iPhone 11 has an hour longer battery life than the XR, which is pretty good because the XR already, whenever you get home after a long day of using the iPhone XR after a long day, you still have battery life left. And then now, whenever you go home and you getting ready for bed, you could finally watch YouTube and not have to plug in your phone. Like whenever you're about to go to sleep and you're just have your phone right here watching YouTube. Well, at least I do that. I have to plug in my phone because my phone is about to die every time I do that. But with this, no, you don't have to worry about that. You have hours of longer battery life. And also, the water resistance is way better. 2 meters, which is very deep. So if you are a wet person, if you are a moist person, if you are wet, moist, if you get wet, if you like getting wet, if you get wet with your phone, if your phone gets wet, there we go, then you should get this phone because it'll be a-okay at the end of the day. The display. So it has the same display. It has a liquid retina HD display with a 6.1 inch screen with the LCD multi-touch display with the IPS technology, same thing. Alright, and also they have the same resolution, the same contrast ratio, the same true tone display, the same wide color display, the same haptic touch, and the same max nits brightness, which the brightness of that phone is actually really good, and you don't really need to change it because it's really that good. The design is the same. It has glass and aluminum design, which is, I think, looks pretty sleek. It's the same height, same width, same depth, same weight. The difference between this phone is really some of the colors and the speed and the front-facing camera and the back-facing camera. That's really the key features of this phone. And the water resistance. So now the video recording. They both record 4K video at 60 frames per second, but the iPhone 11 has a better quality. So like 1080, you can have different quality of picture with 1080. Like with the 1080 iPhone XR versus the iPhone 11, there's going to be a difference of quality even though they're the same resolution. It has audio zoom, so this is incredible. So you can choose where your phone wants to listen. So like if your phone is sitting on the opposite side of the room and you want to listen to the teacher and not this person over here, like you don't want to listen to like these people talking over here, but you want to listen to this person over here. You can make that happen. Like you don't have to listen to them, listen to them. I have no idea how they do that, but they do that. And also you get 2x optical zoom, but you could go up to a max of 3x, which is 3 optical zoom. You can take slow-mo, of course, the same as the XR, time-lapse, stereo recording. And now the iPhone 11 has a 12 megapixel camera, which is the same megapixels as the back camera on the XS. Like, that's really good camera. So now you can see every single skin pore on your skin. You can see every single thing on there. Now the iPhone 11 can record 4K video, but the iPhone XR cannot. It does 1080. Now we're going to be comparing the iPhone XS Max and the iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Pro. The iPhone 11 Pro design, chip batteries, the triple telephoto, wide, ultra-wide night, and 4K at 60 FPS.
XS Max and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So, the iPhone XS and Pro Max have a 6.5 Super Retina HD display, OLED screen, but the contrast to ratio on the iPhone 11 Pro is 2 million versus the XS, which is 1 million contrast ratio. So that means like if there is a white speck next to a black speck, like it won't have any like interactions with each other. They're totally different. Like they won't interfere with each other. And but the iPhone XS Max, they have 3D touch. With iPhone 11 Pro Max, they have haptic touch, which is not 3D touch because they got rid of that. I have no idea why, but they did. And also 800 nits of brightness, which is so bright. So like if you have studio lights all over you and you have the most brightest thing in the world right behind you and you have your phone right here, you're going to be able to see that photo or your phone perfect if you were just as well as if you were under dark roof. And also now there is a glass matte finish. So like it's gonna be glass, but then there's a matte finish on the back of the phone, which is really cool. I really like that. But now, then again, it's water resistant, but this time instead of the iPhone 11. This one is actually IP68, which is even better than the iPhone 11. So you can go underwater of 4 meters for 30 minutes with no problem. Wet. No risk there at all. Which, why would you want your phone in the water that long anyways? I have no idea why you would want to do that. But there's just a lot of really cool things. Like the video on this phone is literally the best video camera on a phone ever made. It is such good quality. It's 4K video with 60 frames per second and has dynamic range for up to 60 frames. Has optical stabilization with whenever you zoom, and it has audio zoom just like the 11 does, and it has slow-mo front-facing camera. So it's called a slow photo, or like slow photo. I'm editing right now, and it's called Slow-Fi. My stupid self from the past that could have read it right on the screen just didn't decide to do that, but it's called a Slow-Fi. Has stereo recording. The speakers got even better. How can you do that? Because the iPhone XS speakers are amazing. I don't know how they can even make it any better, but they did. But that's really it with the new iPhones this year, and I guess we're just gonna wait another year. But if you guys want to be really helpful, I'm gonna put my donation link in the description, so maybe I will be able to get this phone and review it for you guys. So if you really like this video, donate down below, or subscribe, or like, or comment, anything. So thank you for watching, have a great day, and yeah.